Hello guys, today I have a new duel replay for you guys. I'm playing right here the Shaddoll Synchron deck, and yeah, it's only maybe the Shaddoll Needle Fiber deck. We are only playing one Synchro monster, and I'm playing against Sky Striker Red Eyes. It seems like it's just Sky Striker Dragoon, and this is just a really small and short replay, but I just wanted to show you guys how ridiculously dumb Dragoon is, and yeah, how hard it is to out this card. All right, yeah. I'm starting right here with DD Kepler, searching for the Dark Contract, activating Dark Contract, using its effect, getting Lamia. This is like my usual combo, the usual needle fiber combo for the Shaddoll Synchro deck. Yeah, then I accidentally special out Headshock there. That has to be Falco. Then Needle Fiber goes into Link Cross effect, specials 2 tokens, Falco and 1 token into Middle Marcher. He revives Falco, then link away Middle Marcher and Link Cross. For the Proxy F Magician, and Proxy F Magician fuses the token and the Falco into the construct. This is just like the normal combo. Then I special summon back Falco as a Chain Link 2 and Construct as Chain Link 1, sending me the Schism. And then I link away the Construct and also the Proxy F for the Anaconda and getting back the Schism with the Construct. And then I use the Anaconda as effect. I'm sending right here the Shaddoll Fusion, not the Shaddoll Fusion, because I already have this in my hand. And yeah, and I also decided to fuse right here both Shaddoll monsters in my hand, because I can trigger them both and I will get something back, and then I will still have like the Void Anaconda left on the field, because normally if you have Winder, he can only summon once, and then normally they have to attack over the Void Anaconda, or maybe it's they have to attack over the Winder, and then after the battle phase the Anaconda arrives and you can use it next turn again or link it away. So this is like a clever play to leave it on the field. And yeah, then I pay 2,000 and draw, send the Shaddoll, draw one and search with Headshock. I value the search here higher than the draw. I top deck the Dark Contract, which is like okay. I can set it as a bait and use it for next turn. Yeah, I set it, and also the Shaddoll Fusion and the Shaddoll Schism. This is like 3 windows right here, and also backup plan with Squamata, Falco, and also Docker. So I have like a really good hand right here. It's his turn. His hand is like, yeah, it's like a good hand for Sky Striker. He has the Droplet, he has Reinforcement of the Army, Red Eyes Inside. Everest is like really great in Sky Striker, not at the beginning, but later you will see how great this card is. Area 0, so his hand is like okay, but he cannot do a lot with the Hornet drones, because he can only special once. So he searches with the Reinforcement of the Army, sets the Hornet drones, activates the area space, yeah, builds the Mystic Mine and also another area space, gets another area space, and Mystic Mine and Troll get back, and the Trolls get to the graveyard. Then he activates Red Eyes Inside, sends 1 Red Eyes monster, and searches for the almighty Red Eyes Fusion. I cannot do anything against it, because I have like no negate here. My deck is more like a stun deck than a negate deck. He uses a Red Eyes Fusion, which I cannot avoid, fuses, gets the Dragoon. And yeah, then on the summon of Dragoon, I try to bait out the negate of Dragoon, but he's like really patient, and yeah, he's also a good play. He's like 5,000 experience, so yeah, he's patient. So yeah, I fuse the Dogra and also the Falco for the Shekinaga, and my plan right here is to negate with the Shekinaga the Red Eyes Dragoon when he tries to pop my cards. But yeah, he uses Droplet. Alright, then pops my cards. He pops the Anaconda and also the Shekinaga, so I lose 500 into 6 and attacks over Winder. And yeah, I also get back with the Shekinaga, the Shaddoll Fusion. He was a bit fast right there, so I told him to stop. I need to resolve the effect of Shek. And also Winder gives me back El Shaddoll Fusion. So it's my turn. I draw Shaddoll Dragon, which is like really good, because my plan right here is I have to out the Dragoon, but I first have to either negate or attack over it. So I really have to negate, bait the negate to use Shaddoll Schism, because Schism can non-target send a card. When I fuse like a dark monster, I can send a non-target send the dark monster from his field. So this is like my only way right here to out the Dragoon. So I have to either bait out the Dragoon or get a monster that has high enough attack to out the Dragoon. So the only deck in my extra deck which has high enough attack is like an Appaloosa with 4 materials. So I have to build an Appaloosa right here with 4 materials. If he stops that with Dragoon, I can out it with Schism. If he doesn't stop it, I will have an Appaloosa that's strong enough to be able to out the Dragoon. I start by using Dark Contract and getting Lamia. That's why I played another Lamia, because it's like so good in the grind game to just link. Now Lamia, link it away for Almirage. This really should be a link review. I don't know why I still play Almirage. Yeah, then I use Shaddoll Fusion because he has monster summon from the extra deck. I can fuse from deck. I decide to go for Construct and also send the Beast so I can draw one. I get an Allure, which doesn't really help right here, but it's okay. I send with the Construct the Red-Shadow Incarnation because it's like a really good grind card, and I thought this will go into the grind game. And yeah, then I revive the Lamia, use El-Shaddai Fusion, and fuse those 2 Shaddolls in my hand to get to the window. Alright, he decided not to negate anything with Dragoon. He decided to wait because he knew I had a Shaddoll Schism. If he had done anything, if he had negated anything, I wouldn't be able he wouldn't be able to negate the Schism. So yeah, but now I can just link those 4 away. Yeah, I trigger off the Squamata, send the Hedgehog, and get another Squamata in my hand. Then I link 4 cards away. The Lamia had to be banished right here. I will do that later. I forgot it right here. I get a Appaloosa with 3200 attack. And then I go into the battle phase. And first my 2 Shaddolls trigger and give me back. If you had used Dragoon right here, I still could have used Schism then. And yeah, then I take over the Dragoon. Dragoon dies, he loses 200. I set my Red-Shadow Incarnation and also Schism, so I'm like really good equipped right here. Yeah, then I also banish the Lamia, and he actually top decks Red Eyes Fusion, which is like so strong because he has an Avarice, so he can shuffle back all this stuff. He has like exactly with the Sky Striker stuff exactly 5 monsters in the graveyard. You will see later. And yeah, then he normals the Ray. I decide to use the window right here to directly on the summon of Ray, but he doesn't really understand it because he's not declaring the area space. He just did nothing. He just assumed I would know that he wanted to use the area 0. But yeah, I wanted to use Schism on the summon of Ray. I also write that I want to use it on a normal, but it was like a bit weird right here. And then he changed the Ray. But he wanted to do the play with area 0 to change. This was like really confusing. Then I activate the Red-Shadow Incarnation, which was like a misplay. But I was a bit confused. But what he was doing right here, I should have just used the Appaloosa to negate the Sky Striker as Ray. Yeah, but it wouldn't have mattered. He still had like 5 monsters in the graveyard. So yeah, but yeah, then. I still use the Incarnation because he doesn't let me take back, which is okay. I did misplay. I just revived the Shakinaga, which is like good to negate stuff. And then he misses. He gets nothing from the area space. And I also special summon then Winda. Now he still has like 1 summon left, but yeah, he wants to use the Avarice, so gets back all of his stuff, but in this turn he cannot use the Red Eyes Fusion, so he has to wait another turn. And he also draws 2, which is like Nibiru, which doesn't really help, but the Widow Anchor, the Shark Cannon does help him right here because he can prevent an OTK from the next turn. And now he takes he attacks me. I use Shakinaga on the effect of Shizuku, of Hayate, I'm sorry, to send the Squamata, then Squamata effects and Core gives me Red-Shadow Incarnation. And maybe I should have gotten here gone here for the El-Shaddoll fusion to get like a quicker ODK, but it didn't matter because he had like Shark Cannon and Winda cannot attack directly anyway. So yeah. And it's my turn. I draw Randy for turn, which is like okay. Then I go to battle phase. He gets back the Metal Marcher. I attack with Shekinaga over it, and then attack directly with the Appaloosa. Then I set a Restore Incarnation, and also the Wendy face down. Yeah, then it's his turn, and he has like another really strong top deck. He just top decks Mystic Mine, which is like really impossible for me now to out, because he now activates Mystic Mine and also Red Eyes Fusion, which is like game over for me, because if he would have only gone for Red Eyes Fusion, it would have been okay, because I had like the Appaloosa and also the El-Shaddoll Shekinaga to negate the Dragoon effect, and I could have just then sent it with Schism the I could have just fused with the Schism. I had like one legal target left, which was the El-Shaddoll App Cologne. I could have just banished Construct and Squamata and then special summon it, and then could have sent it, because this is also dark, then I could have sent it to Dragoon, and if you wanted to negate it, I could have just used Appaloosa or Shekinaga. So, but with the Mystic Mine on the board, I have like no chance to negate it. You just use the Red Eyes Fusion and goes for the Dragoon, uses its effect. I tried to use Schism, but yeah, he still has like one card left in his hand, and yeah, then it's game over for me. This was like really sad. He had like two insane top decks, which yeah, and I think this just shows how insanely stupid Dragoon is. I had like to summon 5 monsters to just out the Dragoon, and without a Schism I wouldn't have been able to out it. Schism was like the only thing that could out the Dragoon. But yeah, I decided to go first again, and I actually get I sided in Judgment, because this is like really good against obviously the Red Eyes Fusion. My hand like here is really good, because I have like the Kepler for my normal combo, and also the Shaddoll Fusion if I get like hand trapped or stuff like that, and also Shaddoll Incarnation and also Judgment are really good when I go first. His hand is like it's like really bad, because none of those cards do anything. The Draw Lockbird is like the best card he got right here, but yeah, he draws like in a 50 card deck the Red Eyes Black Dragon, which hurts. There can be only one, also doesn't really hurt me, and the Everest also doesn't help him, because he has like no access to his Sky Striker engine, only like the Afterburner, but which is like irrelevant against my deck because it does nothing against Winda. So yeah, I use Kepler's effect, search for the Dark Contract. He uses Drawn Lockbird, which locks me obviously out, but I just use El-Shaddoll Fusion, fuse the Kepler and also the Squamata for the Winda, then use the Squamata effect and send a core and get back the Shaddoll Fusion. I could have also sent it right here, the Shaddoll Schism, to get it maybe back when he outs my Winda, but I thought it was like okay, because Sky Striker always put like an extra monster on the board, and Shaddoll Fusion is like really valuable when it's the case. When this is the case, then I set the Dark Contract for a bait if you just like wants to shoot something with what was the name? The Sky Striker card that shoots like set face down cards. So I thought I give him something to choose from, so he couldn't hit my Judgment, which I really needed for the Red Eyes Fusion. He draws like the Widow Anchor, which is okay, but doesn't help him right here, because he has like no play that he could do. So it wouldn't help to out the Winda, because he has like no play. He just decides to set there can be only one. Then it's my turn. I draw a Lure, which doesn't really help right here, but I can still use now. The Dark Contract gets Lamia, and then now I can use the Allure because I have like a Dark Monster. I draw the other Lamia, so I banish one of those, so it's alright. Then I decide just to go to the battle phase. I could have tried to make like some combo plays here with the Needle Fiber and the Lamia, but I thought I stopped his turn previously with like the one Winda, and I wouldn't get more negates or stuff like that with the Synchron combo, so the chance that he would stop it maybe with a hand trap because he had like 4 cards in his hand was like pretty high. So I thought, yeah, just go for the safe route. You have like I have like a second winner when he outs this one with Incarnation, and also have the Judgment. So I was pretty safe right here. So I just decided to attack, and then he actually scoops because yeah, his hand is like really bad. I don't know why he left the game, because there was still a game 3 which he could have easily won with Dragoon, because my deck has like a, yeah, it's okay, I can out Dragoon, but I have a hard time like every other deck to out Dragoon. So yeah, but this was like a small episode of my Duel reviews, but I hope you still liked it, and I hope it showed you guys how stupid Dragoon can be. And yeah, it's like a really strong card, but this deck can still also handle Dragoon. So I think, yeah, Shaddolls are a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, alright guys, I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. Bye bye.